Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Dear Venerable Sangha, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weekly Buddhist news in English on Phật online channel. There are 5 major news of the week. NINH, memory of the VENERABLE summer course at BİNH Pagoda. Ho Chi Minh City, the 23rd commemorative ceremony of late Elden's most venerable THÍCH and his revered successors. GIANG, BÜ Pagoda gives away notebooks to primary school pupils. Quảng Nam, Phước Pagoda provides essential supplies to quarantine checkpoints and isolated sections in Thăng Bình district. Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu, compassionate heart extended to visually impaired people in Long Biên district. And the following are the news in details.
Everybody has their own memories about summer, but perhaps to more than 1,500 attendees of this VENERABLE back to childhood source summer course at BİNH Pagoda, it will be unforgettable memory filled with love, mixed with regrets, and becomes endless peaceful recollection. As every year, this year's summer course at BİNH Pagoda was with the theme Back to Source. At this summer course, attendees were given lectures on ethics, duties, and gratitude. In this 8th summer course, the attendees practiced together a positive, virtuous lifestyle. How happy it is to be among these attendees to have precious chance to approach Buddhist teachings. 3 days of summer course, each day is a small lesson. Attendees have to get up early at 4 a.m. to meditate and do physical exercise. Not having known one another, but they friendly have meals and talk together. They used to be strangers to one another, but through Dharma learning, they got along together and thought about virtuous things and do meaningful virtuous things. Not having indulged pleasure of gathering and learning together under the roof of the beloved pagoda, the attendees of this VENERABLE summer course had to regrettably end this course 2 days earlier than planned due to the current complicated situation of COVID-19 epidemic. Although the summer course lasted just 2 days, attendees could gain a lot of Buddhist knowledge. Most Venerable THÍCH, Vice Chairman of the Executive Council, Head of the Department of Propaganda, Central Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, witnessed and preached the topic of filial to Buddhism to the attendees. The attendees seem to have grown up, have become more mature through every single moment, every concept, share some love, smile happily at every stories shared by spiritual teachers which convey meaningful message about life, about how to listen, empathize, deeply understand, and cultivate, nourish love and compassion. Joining this summer course is to experience memorable summer moments and peaceful memories. From the beginning, when Most Venerable THÍCH, standing Vice President of the Executive Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, drummed to officially open the summer course, the attendees began the unexpected moments for the first entering into the daily life in a pagoda, and then it was the first time to listen to precious encouragement from witnessing the Venerable. Young people need to be exposed to experience and gain helpful lessons. The horizon is always open wide, and there are so many paths for us to choose. Also, there are countless lessons that people need to learn from. However, it is absolutely that the lesson from compassion can only originate from pagoda. That gives us an approach of deepest realization. It is daily reminder us to purify ourselves every day. To attend this summer course, the attendees not only got so bright and clear shining morning to feel the simple things of life, but also had evenings mingled with sacred and heroic atmosphere of praying ceremony for peace and security of our motherland. Lighting candles to show gratitude to martyrs heroes, showing gratitude and gratitude, showing morality. In Vietnamese, uống nước nhớ nguồn. When you eat a fruit, think of the man who planted the tree of the Vietnamese nation. Venerable THÍCH, head of the organization of this summer course, has created a helpful playground for young people to reunite with each other in every summer. To eliminate all their fatigue during the last school year, chanting and listening to Dharma helped the attendees to quiet their mind in a chaotic society, to contemplate what has gone through, so that they can perfect their own mind. The attendees also play helpful games, helping them to gain more knowledge for themselves and also to be more open to those people around them. The retreat ended early. The trainees parted ways with mixed feelings of repentance and joy. The trainees also learned a lot of useful things, the common morals of each person's life, practical actions to take care of themselves, making luggage ready to become more mature, living with the constructive, dedicated mindset to sacrifice, and for the social community, the nation, and the country. Under the pagoda's roof, it is not only a place for chanting and reciting Buddha's name, but also a spiritual roof to help young people to overcome difficulties in today's realities. Perhaps this is a very special retreat. The moment when the trainees left the site, the organizing committee instructed the children to take measures to prevent and control the disease. The organizers had prepared more than 3,000 masks, antiseptic water for all the candidates. At the same time, thoughtfully arranged the means of transportation for those who live far away and made an appointment for the next year's retreats. The memory of this year's summer is probably a summer of maturity with love. It will be the promise the attendees will definitely meet again in a different time, when each of them is more grown up, bigger and more perfect. We all hope the pandemic would soon be eliminated so that the summer comes again. The candidates from all 4 directions will still have the opportunity to congregate together under a peaceful roof from the light of compassion, wisdom, understanding, and love at the blessed and the master teachers.
On the morning of the 3rd of August 2020, at the Vietnam National Pagoda, Ho Chi Minh City, the 23rd commemorative ceremony of the late Elder's Most Venerable THÍCH and his revered successors solemnly took place.
In the attendance, there were revered monks with Most Venerable THÍnh, Parliament Member of the Administration Council, Vice Chairman and Self-Secretary of Central Control Board, Venerable THÍnh, Member of the Administration Council, Vice Director, Comsaf Secretary of the Central International Buddhist Commission, and dignified monks. At the ceremony, the reverend monks and nuns offered incense and commemorated the great spirit of enlightenment, and with the whole mass of people single-mindedly prayed for spiritual enlightenment of the late Most Venerable to be venerated in the Buddhist realm. Late Most Venerable THÍnh secular name is Trương Minh Đạt, born in 1911 in Gia Định Province, now District 12, Ho Chi Minh City. He passed away in 1997 at Xá Lợi Pagoda, Ho Chi Minh City, at the age of 86, with 66 years in Buddhist ascetic service. He became a monk when he was 16 years old with Patriarch Huệ Đăng at Thiên Thai Pagoda, Bà Rịa Province, bearing the moniker THấNG. In 1930, he was ordained as a monk at the Giác Hoang Pagoda, Hóc Môn District, ordained by name THÍệN, the Dharma successor of the 42nd generation Heavenly Sky Zen Buddhism. Late eldest Most Venerable THÍnh was a dignified monk with many merits for ethics and the nation. His ascetic practice and Dharma enactment in life is a shining example, typical for monks and nuns, Buddhists throughout the country, especially for the southern provinces. On this occasion, the revered monks recited the sutta to pray for the current pandemic to be eradicated soon, for the people to be at peace. After the ceremony, the monks and nuns offered rice and offered tea to his saints' spiritual assistants.
Every year, the monks at Bukit Pagoda organize a handover ceremony for the poor and studious pupils to encourage their moves and enlighten their future on the first day of the new school year, 2020 to 2021. On the morning of the 2nd of August 2020, Venerable THÍCH, member of the ritual section of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, head of the ritual section of Kiên Province, the abbot of Bu Kim Pagoda, Kiên Province, organized a gift-giving ceremony for local disadvantaged and studious students.
Attending the ceremony were Mr. Trần Văn Thưởng, Vice Chairman of City Fatherland Front Committee, Ms. Lê Thị Mỹ, Vice Chairwoman of Study Promotion Association of Ho Chi Minh City, Ms. Phạm Thị Như Huỳnh, Vice Chairwoman of People's Committee of VENERABLE World, and representatives of local departments and Buddhists among the attendants. Venerable THÍCH said, "This is an opportunity for Bu Kim Pagoda and Buddhists and benefactors to express their noble kindness and pure charity heart to the children. It is also an opportunity for students in difficult circumstances to receive encouragement, firmly believe in the step of striving to overcome the disadvantaged fate." The Venerable believed that the charitable activities of Bu Kim Pagoda would be multiplied in society, forming a humanistic life of helping people wholeheartedly. It is known that more than 300 gifts were given to the pupils. On this occasion, Venerable the Abbot joined hands with the local authorities, the RIA City Study Encouragement Association, presented more gifts for study encouragement through representatives to students living in other places, with a total value of 60 million Vietnam dong.
On the 3rd of August 2020, Venerable THÍCH, Vice Director of the Administration Board, head of the Thăng Bình Buddhist Guidance Department, came with support supplies brought to the quarantine and control checkpoints of the COVID-19 pandemic prevention in the district, accompanied by a Buddhist delegation of PHảo Pagoda.
Accordingly, the delegation went to places such as quarantine checkpoints at the toll collection depot of Hà Lam, KM 41 Highway, isolated section at Lương Thế Vinh Secondary School, Thăng Bình District Health Center, the constant medical station of Hà Lam, blocked area of Lưu Minh residence in Hà Lam town. Upon arrival at the scheduled destinations, Venerable THÍCH encouraged and provided the essential supplies such as medical masks, bottled drinking water, instant noodles, antiseptic solution among the necessities.
On the morning of the 4th of August 2020, under the mandate of Venerable THÍCH, permanent member of the Central Commission for Dharma Propagation, head of the Central Committee for Foreign Affairs and International Relations, Buddhist layperson Huệ Ngọc Nhã, team member, head of the Charity Enlightenment Charity Group of Pháp Tạng Pagoda, visited and presented 50 gifts to visually impaired people of the Blind Association, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Province during COVID-19 pandemic spell.
Joining in the companions there were Buddhist layperson Huệ Ngọc Nhã, team member, head of the Charity Enlightenment Charity Group of Pháp Tạng Pagoda, and members of charitable group and philanthropists. The philanthropist team presented 50 gifts to the blind and disadvantaged people, encouraged and energized the blind people to try to overcome difficulties and strive up in life. The team also visited 4 households having people with visual impairments, illness in difficult circumstances, to give gifts and breakfast portion, including bread and mineral water. Most Venerable THÍCH was delighted and praised the noble gesture of the member of the Charity Compassion and Enlightenment Group of Pháp Tạng Pagoda, and prayed for the gift of the 3 jewels to bless the member for their healthy and happy life. The meaningful gift practically energized the less fortunate circumstances. As it is reported, the total funding for this gift-giving program is nearly 45 million Vietnam dong.
Venerable monks and nuns, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, the last news has signed off this weekly newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on psotv channel. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.